Iranian drones strike Kuwait, not just oil fields, but the nerve centers that run them. Flames rip through ministries, power grids go dark, and the Gulf is pulled deeper into the war. No claim, no warning, just escalation. So is this a message from Tehran, or the start of a much wider war? Kuwait has come under drone attack, with key government and energy facilities struck in incidents that signal a widening regional conflict and rising tensions across the Gulf. Kuwait Petroleum Corporation confirmed that a fire broke out at its Shuwaikh oil sector complex following what authorities described as a drone strike. The site houses both the oil ministry and KPC headquarters. Footage circulating online showed flames rising from parts of the facility, underscoring the scale of the damage. The ministry runs Kuwait's entire oil sector. Hence, Iran is now hitting the buildings that set Gulf oil policy, not just the facilities that produce it. According to Kuwait's finance ministry,
Kuwait's ministry's complex building and Shuwaikh oil sector complex was targeted in a drone attack on Sunday. The attack on ministry's building complex was due to a hostile drone attack as a result of the unjust Iranian aggression.
As a precaution, government employees were instructed to work remotely on Sunday, with in-person operations expected to resume on Monday under heightened safety measures. Further damage was reported to critical infrastructure. Kuwait's Electricity and Water Ministry said 2 power generation units were taken out of service after drones targeted 2 power and water desalination plants. Despite the impact on facilities, officials confirmed that no injuries occurred in any of the incidents. However, there has been no official response from Iran regarding the reported strikes on Kuwait. The attacks come amid an intensifying regional conflict, now in its 6th week, involving ongoing US and Israeli military operations against Iran. In response, Tehran has launched drone and missile strikes targeting Israel, as well as neighboring countries hosting US military installations, including several Gulf states. The broader regional situation remains volatile. Since the launch of a joint US-Israeli air offensive on February 28th, more than 1,340 people have reportedly been killed, including Iran's Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei. Iran's retaliatory strikes have not only targeted Israel, but have also extended to Jordan, Iraq, and Gulf nations, leading to infrastructure damage, casualties, and disruption to global markets and aviation routes. As emergency crews continue to assess the damage and restore operations, the absence of casualties offers some relief. However, the attacks highlight the growing reach of the conflict and the vulnerability of critical infrastructure in the region. With tensions continuing to rise and no immediate signs of de-escalation, Kuwait now finds itself on the front line of a rapidly expanding crisis, one that is increasingly difficult to contain. A dramatic escalation is unfolding in the skies over Iran, multiple US aircraft downed, conflicting narratives emerging, and growing uncertainty over who truly controls the airspace in this intensifying conflict. New reports suggest a series of high-stakes incidents involving United States military aircraft during ongoing operations against Iran. According to Iran's Tasnim news agency, evidence obtained on the ground indicates that Iranian air defense systems may have shot down another US fighter jet. Images of wreckage reportedly show a single-engine exhaust, leading analysts to suggest the aircraft could be an F-16 or possibly an F-35, though this remains unverified. The reported incident followed heavy anti-aircraft fire as jets flew over several cities, including Tehran, with some aircraft attempting to evade strikes by deploying flares. While these claims have not been independently confirmed, United States officials have acknowledged separate incidents involving 2 American aircraft being hit by Iranian fire on the same day. An A-10 Thunderbolt II, commonly known as the Warthog, crashed into waters near the Strait of Hormuz after sustaining damage. the pilot was able to guide the aircraft towards Kuwaiti airspace before ejecting and was subsequently rescued. In a second and more critical development, an F-15E Strike Eagle was shot down over Iranian territory. Of the 2 crew members on board, one has been rescued, while search and rescue efforts remain ongoing for the second, whose status is still unknown. The operation to recover the missing airman has proven particularly dangerous, with 2 US rescue helicopters themselves coming under Iranian fire, resulting in injuries to personnel, though both aircraft managed to return to base. Meanwhile, in a dramatic turn of events, Iranian television released an appeal by the authorities for information on the whereabouts of the US airmen allegedly shot down over the country, with the TV reports going out in the western province of Kogiluya and Boya Ahmad. Responding to the incidents, Trump indicated that the downing of US aircraft would not alter the course of diplomacy. In comments reported by NBC News, he said,
The developments would have no impact on negotiations with Iran. No, not at all. No, it's war. We're in war.
The incidents mark a rare and significant moment in modern warfare. It is the first known instance in this conflict of a crewed American aircraft being brought down inside hostile territory, and the loss of multiple aircraft in a single day has not been seen in over 2 decades. The developments have raised immediate questions about earlier assertions from Donald Trump that Iran's military capabilities had been dramatically curtailed following weeks of sustained strikes. Despite months of pressure on its military infrastructure, Iran appears to retain the ability to challenge advanced aerial operations. Analysts note that such incidents are uncommon largely because recent US conflicts have involved adversaries with limited anti-aircraft capabilities. The ability to successfully target high-value aircraft suggests a more contested and dangerous operational environment. Reports emerging from Iranian media claim that a US pilot may have been captured by Iranian forces after his aircraft was shot down inside the country. According to Iran's semi-official Tasnim news agency, the incident took place in Kogiluya and Boya Ahmad province in western Iran. A correspondent reported that an advanced American fighter jet was destroyed earlier on April 3rd by the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. The report claims the pilot ejected before the aircraft crashed and landed inside Iranian territory. Initial indications suggest the United States may have attempted a rescue operation. Iranian sources say American forces believed the pilot was still alive and tried to extract him from near the border. However, some reports suggest the pilot may have been captured by Iranian military units. In a dramatic escalation, state-linked media say television channels have begun urging citizens to search for the pilot.
Dear viewers, people of Kogiluya and Boyd Ahmad province, my dear and honorable people, if the enemy is captured and brought back to life by the armed and military forces of Dahid, then you will find a valuable source of encouragement and support.
The IRGC has also announced a financial incentive, a reward of 10 billion Iranian rials for capturing the pilot alive. In a separate statement, the IRGC said it had shot down what it described as a second F-35 stealth fighter jet over central Iran, using what it called a newly developed air defense system. The group claimed the aircraft belonged to a US squadron based at RAF Lakenheath in the United Kingdom. Iranian officials say the aircraft was completely destroyed upon impact, making it difficult to determine the pilot's condition immediately after the crash. At the same time, unverified footage circulating online appears to show low-flying aircraft and helicopters, possibly part of a search and rescue mission. There are also claims that a US helicopter may have come under fire during the operation, though this has not been independently confirmed. Given the lack of independent verification, the situation remains fluid. But if confirmed, the capture of a US pilot inside Iran would mark a major escalation, raising the stakes significantly and potentially opening a dangerous new chapter in the conflict.